skipping of the heartbeat when I said that. I was like, oh, yeah, early. Nope, there it is. Before I begin, I want to say, just so one note, we got a couple sermon series upcoming this summer. The first one is the Summer in Psalms, so we're going to take the rest of July, and we're going to look at just the basic Psalms. We're having an example of each of the major kind of Psalms, because believe it or not, in that book of 150 Psalms, there are 4 or 5 different genres, you could say, of Psalms. So we're going to start each week by looking at a good example of each specific genre, whether it's an enthronement psalm, or lament, or a hymn, or praise. We're going to take an example of each and look at them through July. Also, following July and August, to wrap up our summer, we're going to do a road trip sermon series where we're going to look at a historic point of interest in Palo Pinto County each week, and we're going to use that as our main illustration of the sermon, and we have a list of them we've worked out. I worked really hard in putting together a list of specific sites in Palo Pinto County for this sermon series, and then as soon as I sent it out to our music staff, one of them came back and said, oh, that one's not in Palo Pinto County, that's in Parker County. Parker County lied, I swear. That is the one I had the most work put onto. But no, we have some other examples we'll substitute so we can stay in Palo Pinto County. But we invite you at any one of those Sundays in the next 2 months come out, or catch them online afterwards. I know lots of folks are traveling during the summer season, hence the road trip theme the last half of the summer. So we want to invite you, whether you're here, there, or somewhere in between, you can watch us here in person or on our Facebook page or later in the week on YouTube. This week, we're concluding an interim period this summer where we've just done the lectionary. And I always have to remind everyone the lectionary is kind of like the playbook for pastors, the standard playbook. They have all the scriptures picked out for 3 years, and if you do a lectionary Sunday, you can just use one of the ones they've picked out. And usually if you go to any Episcopal or Methodist or Catholic or mainline Protestant church, the majority of them do lectionary sermons. So a majority of them are preaching on Romans this week. In fact, a lot of my friends who are starting new appointments at their new church are preaching on this passage this week. And I think it highlights a key part of what Paul says in all of his writing. One of the big motifs that stretches across all of his writing is this idea of new birth. And he touches on that in a very detailed way in today's scripture. If you actually back up just a little bit in chapter 6, he talks about how Christ has died and we've died with Christ, and we've risen with Christ as well, so we've been born in a new way. We've put on essentially a new self. And that sounds familiar because he also says that a little bit in Ephesians, and he says it a whole lot in Galatians, and it's actually this theme that just runs through his writing. This idea that we die with Christ, and because we've died with Christ, we become something new. We become something different when we put on faith. And so he takes that reasoning, that logic, a step further today. And he says, if we've put on something new, if we've become something different because we've died with Christ, if we live under this idea of grace, that our sins are forgiven, does that give us a blank check to just run out and sin all we want, do what we want? And he comes to the conclusion, no, it doesn't. It doesn't, because who or whatever we serve is our master. And if we go out and we do all sorts of horrible things, then is Christ really our master? Are we really under grace? Or are we still just the way we were before? I want to look at this idea of serving today in service. The Greek for this is doulos, to serve or be a servant. More roughly translated, slave. It could be either or. In this case, they sometimes use this word to mean a paid servant. In some cases, an actual slave. But the idea that Paul is conveying here with this word is that we actually do something and structure our lives around the order of whatever it is we're serving. I want us to think about that. What is it that we structure and order our lives around? What is it that we serve? A Nielsen report, they did a research study on screen time. Screen time is the amount of time we look at a screen. Pretty easy to define there. The amount of time we look at a screen. And they conducted a research survey, and they found the average American looks at a screen for 10 to 11 hours a day now. So, if the average American is awake, which they said about 18 hours a day, so the average American is awake about 18 hours a day, they spend 10 to 11 of that looking at a screen. And so this week, after I read that, I was thinking about it. That seems really high to me, doesn't it? It seems high to y'all, I bet. 10 to 11 hours. So that means everything else you do in the day that doesn't have to do with any sort of screen or electronic item happens in the next 7 to 8 hours. So all of getting ready and getting dressed and showering, all of that, eating, spending time with friends and family, all of that is compressed in that 7 or 8 hours. I thought that seemed a little odd the way their report said that. So I sat this week and I kind of watched it as I was going throughout my week, and I think it's actually kind of accurate. You know, most people, they get up and they check their phone or their alarm clock or some little thing with a screen, and they get their coffee and they read their news, and a lot of people read their news now in a digital format on some sort of screen, or they read a book on some sort of ebook reader, or if you're like me, you sit at your computer and you read the news on your computer. Or a lot of people like to check Facebook. Or if you're younger, you're waiting for that first snap in the morning. If you don't understand what that phrase means, it's okay. I didn't until a few months ago. And then what happens? You take whatever device up and you go and you run off to work, and a lot of people sit at work with a computer screen in front of them in some shape or form or variety. And then after that, throughout the day, you're checking your phone, you're getting messages, you're getting calls. You're checking social media at work, maybe when you shouldn't be. And then you go home. And you go to unwind by watching TV. Maybe you're of the generation that watches the nightly news right at 5 or 6 o'clock, depending what channel it is. Maybe you're of the generation that reads the news. Maybe you're of the generation that goes home and you turn on Netflix. And then that's your evening, and you go to bed, and you lie in bed, and you end your day out maybe checking some emails on your phone or whatever device, your iPad right by your bed. A few things here, a few things here. It turns out that, we really as a people structure our lives around technology in some ways. In some ways, we serve that. But the truth could be said about a lot of other things. Do you notice how we have structured our whole towns now? Towns used to be really compact and dense, and they've all spread out. You want a great example of this? Go to Houston. Houston starts, it seems like miles before you actually get to the city part of Houston, with houses as far as the eye can see. And that's not even counting the subdivisions. A closer example of that would be Weatherford. You realize Fort Worth starts well before you actually get to Fort Worth proper? I bet a lot of you know that because of the traffic you hit on 20 as you go that direction. We have structured our towns. They used to be these compact things where you could go downtown, and in the strip downtown there was every store you needed, everything you could want, and for the most part it was easy to get to, easy to walk to. And now they're spread out. And one of the big reasons for that is because we drive everywhere now. So you could say we, in some ways, serve or worship or structure our lives around the vehicles we drive. I know being a car guy, that's me to a T. We could go on endless example by endless example. How about sports? How many folks do we know that completely rearrange their lives around not just professional sports, but Little League? That completely rearrange their lives around a dance team or something else or whatever other event or sport or object. It is easy for us. It is too easy for us to rearrange our lives around all of the things clamoring for our attention. Whether they're screens, whether they're cities, whether they're vehicles, whether it's shopping, whether it's baseball or football or soccer or whatever sport. It's really easy for us to rearrange our lives around those things, to serve those things, instead of serving Christ. And I think that's what's at the heart of the passage Paul writes today. If we've become a new creation in Christ, if in dying we have died with Christ, and in rising we have risen with Christ, then something's different in us. Something has changed. And our life becomes ordered around that. Our life bends and reorganizes itself around that change. And that change is the grace we experience in Jesus Christ. If we are that new creation, if we are that new life, then our life in this world looks different because of it. And it's like I said with the children, it looks different not because it's a checklist of things we have to do. Oh, Jesus says we have to be nice to the guy who cut in line in the parking lot. So I'm going to be nice to him because Jesus says, even though I don't really want to be. Or Jesus says, I have to be nice to this person over here. I think the second part of this passage is as important as the first. We have to be irrevocably, very outwardly changed and transformed by the grace of God. But it can't be something that's forced by ourselves. We can't force this change. It can't be just a set of rules to check off that we've completed and now we're good to go. That transformation has to be an authentic outpouring of God's grace. We begin to order our lives around who Christ is and what Christ has done for us, not in a sense to save our own skin. Because we've encountered something worth following in this person named Jesus. That authentic passion and transformation bleeds over. That motivation, you could say, captivates people. It wants to empower people to keep going. How many of you have ever had what's a good way to put this? An entry-level job in retail or fast food? You ever done that? A few of you, I've done that. How thankless of a job can that be? When I started seminary, we moved up to Kentucky, and I got a job at Target. And being the low rung of the seniority ladder, I got put in the department no one wants to be in. I was put in toys. So my whole job was to walk around the toys department and to try to stop the anarchy and the chaos of little children running in and just ripping stuff off the shelves and throwing it down and then running away. And then on top of that, if that wasn't hard enough, then right beside my department at this store was the holiday section. Seasonal. Lord, there's not enough grace for the seasonal section. Because during Halloween, every little kid begins in the toy department and then tornadoes their way, I like how I made a noun into a verb there, tornadoes their way into the seasonal and then tries on every costume they can get their hands on and then disappears. Sometimes they disappear into the racks of costumes. They must be fished out of said racks of costumes. There is nothing that saps inspiration like working in one of these entry-level jobs, especially if you have a manager who's not passionate about what they're doing. And I understand it can be really hard to be passionate about fast food. It can be extremely hard to be passionate about retail. Lord bless the managers at our Walmart, because I don't know how they can do it, but they do it. It is a thankless job we don't think of. But how uninspiring to serve under one of those managers if they don't have an authentic passion for what they're doing. If they're simply checking a box and showing up at their shift to get a paycheck at the end of the 2 weeks. And you can see those managers immediately, what they're like. Oh, are they just here to do what they need to do that bare minimum to get by and get the paycheck and then move on to the next pay period, until eventually, hopefully, they get a better opportunity and they can get the heck out of there? When they lack that passion and that motivation, the whole group, whether it's employees at Target or McDonald's or wherever, when they lack that motivation, that passion, the whole group suffers. And that's the second part of what Paul is writing about here. If we're a new creation, if we've put on something new, if we've been risen with Christ, that transformation can't just be behaviors that we change by checking them off a list in an uninspired, unmotivated, impassionate manner. If we're that new creation, it's got to start with that motivation and that passion. We desire to serve Christ. We desire to reorder our lives around the grace that we have experienced in this person named Jesus. We desire with a passion to love our God and love those around us. We desire passionately to follow in the way of grace and no longer dwell in the path of sin. We follow passionately a Christ who goes before us. So I encourage you today. We're going out to a long holiday weekend. We're going to see friends and family. I bet a few of you are going to spend a little bit of time on your screens, whatever device of your choice it is. But I encourage you as we go out, as we think about this over this holiday weekend. What is it that you order your life around? What is it that you serve? May you find the passion and the motivation to be transformed by Christ and to order your life around His and to serve Him in this life and in the life to come. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.